edition of the Neutrino Ocean in you. This time for the first half of February, and of course this is a time where the program is shifting in the sense that the new rave year has barely started, so you know everything has this new breeze behind the way, you know, the winds have changed. But not only that, the sun in its movement, it's arriving to that place, gate 13, where the quarter of initiation is starting. You know, the quarter where the fulfillment of purpose has to happen through mind. This is where we start measuring the incarnation cycle. And at this moment, on the 1st of February, the sun is in gate 19. Approach. You know, at the very end of the wheel, what have you learned that has transformed the way you approach life? Because this is the only thing that's going to make a difference in the way you experience life. Is if you approach it differently, if you approach it the way you always did, then you cannot expect anything new to happen. You know, Einstein said that, you know. You can't have different results if you're repeating a methodology. So when you look at the body graph, you can see this huge split that is there. This pressure for mutation, this pressure to innovate, this readiness to struggle to the last breath, you know, for innovation, for the empowerment of purpose, of a sense of purpose. Oh, but then there is this 58 there, this collectivizing pressure to correct, not to innovate, to try to fix the old model. You know, to try to say, to do the same thing again, different person. You know, you do not change your approach. You change something on the outside. And you expect innovation. And of course, that's just the way human beings have always been fooling themselves, you know, confusing change and mutation. And of course, in these times, you know, if you look at the upper part of the definition, you know, the ashna connected to the throat, the channel of curiosity, the design of the seeker. You know, seekers never find because they seek for what does not exist. They seek for the ideal, and in seeking for the ideal, in a very unaware way, they open up an abyss between the reality, the so-called reality of the material world, and themselves in the sense of the inherent limitations of their form, whichever they are, whatever type they are, whatever profile they have, whatever cross or, you know, whatever design they have. Human design is form knowledge. And if you're going to manage any form, you have to start where? You have to start with understanding the limitation. I mean, you know, to use any form correctly, if you expect it to give you the best of what it is capable of. And human beings know that about just about any form that exists, particularly the forms created by us. The forms of machines, the forms of the world. Ah, the mystery, the truth is hidden before our eyes, because the one form whose limitations we never accepted, and we do not accept it because we never see it. We never see them as our own. Because when we think of ourselves, we just get lost in this bottomless subjectivity of mind. Mind, you know, making its choices in the Maya, not knowing it is in the Maya. Lost in the world of illusion, and not knowing it is a world of illusion that you could actually be delighting yourself in. You know? Because it would not be an illusion of vanity, it would be the illusion of waking up every day to another day of being just you. You know? If you look at the wheel in the mandala, you know, you see all this accumulation up there. This is the quarter of mutation mostly, and this is all about dogmas. You know. And all of this tension that is up there, you can see it is deeply polarized by these two gates in the quarter of civilization. The form, to find a new way for civilization. You know? And of course, this new way, you can see what it is. It doesn't exist. There is no new way for humanity. You know, it's just, see, if you are living as yourself, then this is just a year of continuity in being you, in developing as an individual, in enjoying whatever life cycle you're in as an individual. You know, but in the not-self, this fixedness that you see there in the mandala, this is just about the anger and the frustration that is going to emerge out in the open, in the collective, in the not-self world, because we do not find a new way. You know? And because there is this pressure to innovate and to do something, this tension, this polarization is putting everyone under pressure. You know? To break with the past, well, to think that they're breaking with some past, when in fact the past is what they are repeating, because that's what humanity has always done. The presence of Mars in gate 42, the gate of endings, you know. This is going to be a time of very abrupt endings. You can already see that, you know, the Venezuelan government, you know, everybody kind of ready for applying drastic measurements to deal with problems. You know, Mars, as a not-self, has a keynote of immaturity, male immaturity, which means basically violence. Violence, you know. Everybody ready to let go of whatever seems to be burdening. You know, alliances, associations, things you were committed into, you know. So beware. I mean, I have the 53, I know, because this is addressing me directly, but you see, it's been quite some time that my mind has no chance to really be ahead of me. And if it ever, you know, in the now it always moves back and forth. But there's no way it can ever be ahead of life, ahead of me so far that it can mess up my life. I guess it's the nice part of being an emotional person, that once you are truly surrendered to your vehicle as a passenger, you know, you're there, you know, you're living in your breath, you're living in your wave, and that just keeps you thinking of yourself, who you think you are as you move, but in your own time, you know, when you have a clear sense that it is your own time that you're living. So because this is a very emotional gate or circuit, the sensing circuit, you know, and human beings tend to react over emotionally when put under pressure. Well, this is what is to be expected, you know. Those who think that there is something new to come, those who have not understood that either you become the new, or there is nothing new under the sun. And by the way, if you're interested in knowing about the neutrino ocean with a lot more detail, this very 1st of February I'm starting a year-long course where there will be monthly sessions where I will analyze in detail the importance of the planetary positions, particularly the nodes and the outer planets and the way they impact on us in our daily lives. And I will illustrate all of that using the charts of the participants in the course, of course, as an example. Now I won't be able to use everybody's chart in each session, but everyone that is signing up is going to have their chart on the screen at least once in the year-long program that it takes. Okay? Just informing you. Bye for now.